If I were speaking to you today as someone who genuinely cares about your long-term health, your peace of mind, and your quality of life, I would start with this simple truth after the age of 60. Health is no longer about chasing fear, it's about cultivating wisdom. Over the years, I've seen too many people lose confidence in their own bodies because they were pushed into medical checkups that created stress, confusion, and unnecessary worry. That's why I want to share something deeply personal with you today. The 5 medical checkups I would never get after age 60, and more importantly, what I would focus on instead to stay strong, clear-minded, and full of life. As we grow older, our bodies naturally change. That doesn't mean we are broken. It means we are adapting. One of the biggest mistakes people make is allowing constant testing to convince them that aging itself is a disease. Excessive screenings, repeated scans, and borderline lab numbers often lead to overdiagnosis. Overdiagnosis creates fear, and fear creates stress. Chronic stress quietly damages the heart, weakens immunity, disrupts digestion, and steals joy. Peace of mind is not optional at this stage of life, it's medicine. Rather than constantly searching for problems, I believe in listening to the body. Your body is speaking to you every day through energy levels, sleep quality, appetite, mobility, mood, and digestion. When these are stable, that is powerful information. Instead of submitting yourself to invasive or frequent tests that don't change outcomes, I would invest my time in habits that strengthen the body naturally from the inside out. Nutrition becomes the foundation after 60. Not extreme diets, not restrictions, but real food eaten with intention. I would focus on clean proteins that support muscle, healthy fats that nourish the brain, and fiber-rich vegetables that keep the gut strong. A healthy digestive system is directly connected to immunity, hormone balance, and mental clarity. When digestion improves, inflammation decreases. When inflammation decreases, pain softens and energy returns. Food should make you feel calm, satisfied, and steady, not anxious or deprived. Movement is another pillar, but it doesn't need to be intense. In fact, aggressive exercise often backfires as we age. What I believe in is daily light exercise that honors the joints and keeps blood flowing. Walking, gentle stretching, balanced movements, and controlled breathing keep muscles awake and the nervous system relaxed. Motion is lubrication for the body. When you move a little every day, stiffness loosens, posture improves, and confidence quietly grows. Lifestyle habits matter more than any test result. Going to bed at the same time each night, getting morning sunlight, staying hydrated, and limiting constant screen exposure all have profound effects on longevity. Deep sleep is when healing happens. If sleep is poor, the body cannot repair itself properly. Instead of chasing medical explanations for every ache, I would first look at sleep, stress, and daily rhythm. Often the solution is simpler than we think. Now let's talk about mindset, because mindset may be the most powerful medicine of all. After 60, many people unconsciously begin to identify as fragile. That belief alone can accelerate decline. I would never accept a mindset that says aging means weakness. The human body is incredibly resilient even later in life. When you believe your body can heal, adapt, and improve, it responds differently. Optimism reduces stress hormones. Gratitude improves heart health. Purpose keeps the brain sharp. These are not motivational slogans. They are biological realities. I would also avoid checkups that label normal aging as pathology without clear benefit. Being told you have something to watch can steal peace even when no treatment is needed. Instead, I would focus on prevention through daily choices. Eating well, moving gently, managing stress, and staying socially connected do more for long-term health than many routine screenings ever will. Community and connection are often overlooked forms of medicine. Loneliness has been shown to be as damaging as smoking. Conversations, laughter, shared meals, and meaningful relationships keep the nervous system balanced. A calm nervous system supports digestion, immunity, and heart health. Isolation, on the other hand, quietly weakens the body. I would prioritize people over procedures every time. This stage of life is not about fear, it's about freedom. Freedom from unnecessary worry. Freedom from constant appointments. Freedom to trust your body again. That doesn't mean ignoring serious symptoms or refusing care when truly needed. It means being intentional and informed rather than reactive and fearful. If you take anything from this message, let it be this: your health after 60 is built every single day through simple, consistent habits. What you eat, how you move, how you sleep, how you think, and how you connect with others matters more than chasing every possible test. Your body is not your enemy, it's your lifelong partner. Aging is not a disease, yet many people are quietly led to believe that once they cross the age of 60, their body is automatically failing. This belief slowly changes how a person sees themselves, how they move, and even how they think about their future. Wrinkles, slower recovery, occasional stiffness, and changes in energy are natural biological shifts, not signs of illness. When these normal changes are labeled as medical problems, people begin to fear their own bodies. Fear creates tension, tension increases stress, and stress weakens the immune system, disrupts sleep, and accelerates physical decline. The body responds not just to what we eat or how we move, but also to what we believe. Modern culture often treats aging as something to fight, diagnose, or correct, instead of something to understand and support. After 60, many people are sent from test to test, chasing perfect numbers that may never exist. Slight changes in lab results are often presented as warnings, even when they cause no symptoms and require no real treatment. This constant focus on potential problems turns healthy individuals into anxious patients. Over time, that anxiety does more harm than the so-called condition ever could. Peace of mind is essential for healing, balance, and longevity. The human body is designed to adapt over time. Bones remodel themselves, muscles respond to use, the brain creates new connections, and the immune system continues to learn. Aging does not mean the body stops working, it means the body works differently. When people accept this truth, they stop fighting their biology and start working with it. Instead of asking, "What is wrong with me?" the better question becomes, "What does my body need right now?" That shift alone restores confidence and reduces unnecessary worry. Many older adults feel pressured to fix every ache or change instead of understanding it. A stiff morning joint may simply be a sign that the body needs gentle movement, hydration, or warmth, not a diagnosis. Slower recovery may indicate the need for better sleep or nutrition, not another procedure. When normal aging is respected rather than feared, people make smarter, calmer decisions about their health. True wellness after 60 comes from awareness, not obsession. It comes from trusting the body's signals, honoring its limits, and supporting it with nourishing food, gentle movement, meaningful rest, and emotional balance. Aging is not something that happens to us, it is something we move through. When we stop seeing aging as a disease, we reclaim control over our health, our confidence, and our peace, allowing the later years of life to be lived with strength, clarity, and dignity. Too many medical tests after the age of 60 can quietly turn a healthy person into a worried one. While medical technology has saved countless lives, its overuse often creates fear rather than clarity, especially for older adults. As we age, the body naturally shows variations in blood work, imaging, and measurements that are completely normal for that stage of life. When every small deviation is treated as a warning sign, it plants seeds of anxiety that grow over time. People begin to question their health even when they feel fine, and that constant questioning becomes a source of stress that the body was never designed to carry. Fear has a powerful effect on the nervous system. When someone is told that something might be wrong, the brain immediately enters a state of alert. Stress hormones rise, sleep becomes lighter, digestion weakens, and muscles tighten. Over time, this chronic state of concern can lead to fatigue, high blood pressure, inflammation, and lowered immunity. Ironically, the very tests meant to protect health can create conditions that harm it. A calm mind supports healing, while persistent worry quietly erodes it. Another problem with excessive testing is overdiagnosis. Many findings discovered through frequent screenings would never cause symptoms or affect quality of life. Yet once a label is attached, it becomes difficult to ignore. People may undergo further tests, medications, or procedures that offer little benefit and sometimes cause side effects. This cycle not only strains the body, but also undermines trust in one's own resilience. Instead of feeling capable, individuals start to feel fragile and dependent. There is also an emotional cost to constant medical monitoring. Appointments, waiting rooms, and test results can dominate a person's routine. Shifting focus away from living and toward worrying, life becomes measured in numbers rather than experiences. Joy, movement, and connection are replaced by anticipation of the next report. This mindset narrows life rather than expanding it, especially during years that should be lived with greater freedom and ease. This does not mean ignoring real symptoms or refusing medical care when it is truly needed. Wisdom lies in discernment. When testing is guided by clear symptoms and meaningful outcomes, it can be valuable. But when driven by fear alone, it often does more harm than good. Health after 60 is supported best by awareness, balance, and calm decision-making. Reducing unnecessary tests restores peace of mind. And peace of mind allows the body to function as it was designed to, with strength, adaptability, and quiet confidence. Listening to your body becomes one of the most valuable skills after the age of 60, yet it is often overshadowed by a reliance on numbers, charts, and reports. While medical measurements can offer information, they do not always reflect how a person truly feels or functions. The body communicates constantly through energy levels, appetite, sleep patterns, digestion, mobility, and emotional state. These signals provide real-time feedback that no test can fully capture. When people learn to pay attention to these cues, they gain insight into their health that is practical, personal, and empowering. Many older adults are told to trust lab results more than their own experience. A person may feel strong, active, and mentally clear, yet become anxious after seeing a slightly abnormal value on a report. This disconnect teaches people to doubt their own bodies. Over time, that doubt weakens confidence and creates unnecessary fear. The body, however, is not random or unreliable. It responds logically to stress, nourishment, movement, and emotion. When fatigue appears, it is often a request for recovery. When digestion is uncomfortable, it may be asking for simpler foods or slower eating. These messages are invitations to adjust, not alarms demanding panic. Numbers are static snapshots taken at one moment in time, while the body is a living, adaptive system. A single measurement cannot reflect overall vitality. How well you sleep, how easily you move, and how steady your mood feels across days and weeks offer a clearer picture of health than isolated data points. By observing patterns instead of obsessing over figures, people develop a more balanced understanding of their well-being. Listening to the body also encourages proactive care. Subtle changes often appear long before a problem becomes serious. Slight stiffness may signal the need for gentle stretching. Reduced energy may indicate dehydration, poor sleep, or emotional stress. When these signs are addressed early, the body often corrects itself naturally. Ignoring them while waiting for numbers to change can delay meaningful improvement. This approach builds trust between mind and body. Instead of viewing the body as something unpredictable or fragile, it becomes a partner that communicates clearly when given attention. That trust reduces anxiety and restores a sense of control. Older adults who listen to their bodies tend to make calmer decisions about food, movement, rest, and medical care. They become less reactive and more intuitive. True health awareness is not about rejecting medical information, but placing it in context. When body awareness leads the way, tests become tools rather than authorities. The body's daily signals guide choices that support strength, balance, and resilience, allowing health after 60 to be managed with confidence, wisdom, and respect after the age of 60. Food is no longer just fuel, it becomes daily medicine that quietly shapes how the body feels, moves, and heals. What a person eats influences inflammation, digestion, brain function, muscle strength, and immune response every single day. As the body ages, it becomes more sensitive to poor nutrition and more responsive to nourishing foods. This is why consistency matters more than strict rules or extreme diets. Simple, whole foods eaten regularly provide the foundation for long-term strength and balance. Digestive health plays a central role in overall wellness. When digestion is strong, nutrients are absorbed efficiently, inflammation is reduced, and energy levels remain steady. Many ache is fatigue, and immune issues often trace back to poor gut health rather than aging itself. Fiber-rich vegetables support healthy digestion, while clean proteins help maintain muscle and repair tissues. Healthy fats nourish the brain and joints, supporting memory, focus, and mobility. Food works best when it supports the body instead of challenging it. As people grow older, overly processed foods become harder to tolerate. Excess sugar, refined carbohydrates, and artificial ingredients increase inflammation and disrupt blood sugar balance. This can lead to energy crashes, joint discomfort, and mental fog. Choosing natural foods helps stabilize the body and reduces unnecessary stress on internal systems. Eating slowly, chewing well, and stopping before feeling overly full also improve digestion and comfort. Food also affects mood and mental clarity. A well-nourished brain responds with calmer emotions and sharper thinking. When meals are balanced, the nervous system feels more stable, reducing anxiety and irritability. This emotional steadiness supports better sleep and healthier decision-making throughout the day. Nutrition is deeply connected to mental well-being, especially later in life. Hydration is another essential part of nourishment that is often overlooked. Even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, stiffness, and confusion. Drinking enough water supports circulation, joint lubrication, and detoxification. When combined with mineral-rich foods, hydration helps the body maintain balance naturally. Eating well after 60 is not about restriction or fear of food. It is about enjoyment, awareness, and respect for the body's needs. Meals should be satisfying and nourishing, not stressful. When food is viewed as daily medicine rather than a source of guilt or control, the body responds with greater energy, reduced inflammation, and improved resilience. Over time, these small, consistent choices support strength, clarity, and a higher quality of life well into the later years. After the age of 60, movement becomes less about pushing limits and more about preserving freedom. Gentle daily movement keeps the body functional, flexible, and confident without placing unnecessary stress on joints or the nervous system. Many people believe that if exercise is not intense, it has little value, but this belief often leads to inactivity or injury. The truth is that the body responds best to regular low-impact movement that encourages circulation, balance, and coordination. When muscles are used consistently, even in simple ways, they remain active and supportive. Walking, light stretching, and slow controlled movements help maintain muscle tone and joint stability. These activities keep the body lubricated, reducing stiffness and discomfort that are often mistaken for unavoidable signs of aging. Movement encourages blood flow, which delivers oxygen and nutrients to tissues while removing waste products that contribute to inflammation and pain. Balance and coordination become especially important later in life. Gentle exercises that improve balance help prevent falls and increase confidence in everyday activities. When people feel steady on their feet, they move more freely, which further strengthens muscles and improves posture. This positive cycle supports independence and reduces fear of movement. Movement also plays a vital role in mental and emotional health. Physical activity stimulates the release of chemicals in the brain that improve mood and reduce stress. Even a short daily walk can calm the mind, improve sleep, and create a sense of accomplishment. This emotional benefit is just as important as the physical effects, especially during a stage of life when routines may change and stress can quietly increase. Gentle exercise also supports the joints by maintaining their range of motion. When joints are not moved regularly, they become stiff and uncomfortable. Light movement keeps them flexible and better able to absorb daily demands. It also strengthens the surrounding muscles, which protect the joints and reduce strain. The key is consistency, not intensity. 10 to 20 minutes of movement done every day is more beneficial than occasional strenuous workouts. When movement is enjoyable and manageable, it becomes a habit rather than a chore. The body thrives on this steady rhythm. Gentle daily movement reinforces the idea that the body is capable and adaptable at any age. It builds confidence, supports long-term mobility, and preserves independence. Over time, these small efforts accumulate, allowing older adults to move through life with greater ease, stability, and vitality. After the age of 60, lifestyle habits quietly shape health more powerfully than most medical tests ever could. The way a person sleeps, manages stress, eats, moves, and structures daily routines creates the internal environment in which the body either heals or struggles. Many physical symptoms that are blamed on aging are often the result of long-standing habits rather than irreversible decline. When lifestyle is balanced, the body has a remarkable ability to restore stability and function. Sleep becomes especially important in later years. Deep, consistent sleep allows the body to repair tissues, regulate hormones, and support immune function. Poor sleep increases inflammation, weakens memory, and heightens emotional sensitivity. Instead of seeking medical explanations for fatigue or discomfort, improving sleep habits often brings noticeable relief. Going to bed at the same time each night, limiting late-night screen exposure, and creating a calm bedtime routine support the body's natural healing cycles. Stress management is another critical factor. Chronic stress keeps the nervous system in a constant state of alert, draining energy and disrupting digestion and circulation. Over time, this stress can manifest as high blood pressure, pain, or weakened immunity. Simple practices such as deep breathing, spending time in nature, or engaging in enjoyable activities help calm the nervous system. When stress decreases, the body functions more efficiently and symptoms often soften. Hydration and daily rhythm also play significant roles. Dehydration can cause fatigue, joint stiffness, and confusion, yet it is easily overlooked. Drinking enough water supports circulation and joint health. Exposure to natural light during the day helps regulate sleep patterns and mood. Consistent meal times and gentle movement throughout the day create a sense of stability that the body responds to positively. Lifestyle habits also influence emotional well-being. Isolation, irregular routines, and lack of purpose can quietly undermine health. Staying socially connected, maintaining hobbies, and having daily structure provide emotional nourishment that supports physical resilience. The mind and body are deeply connected, and emotional balance contributes to physical strength. Medical tests can identify certain conditions, but they do not correct poor lifestyle patterns. When habits remain unbalanced, test results may change without improving how a person feels. Focusing on lifestyle addresses root causes rather than symptoms. Small, steady changes often produce greater benefits than medical interventions alone. By prioritizing sleep, stress reduction, hydration, routine, and connection, older adults create a strong foundation for health. These daily choices support healing, reduce discomfort, and enhance quality of life. allowing the later years to be lived with greater comfort, clarity, and confidence. After the age of 60, mindset becomes one of the most powerful influences on health and longevity. The way a person thinks about aging directly affects how their body responds to it. When aging is viewed as decline and weakness, the body often follows that expectation. Fear-based thinking increases stress hormones, weakens immunity, and slows recovery. On the other hand, a positive and realistic mindset supports resilience, healing, and emotional balance. The body listens closely to the messages the mind sends. Many older adults unconsciously adopt the belief that they are fragile. This belief can lead to hesitation, reduced movement, and unnecessary dependence. Over time, this mental pattern limits physical ability more than aging itself ever could. When people believe they are capable, they move with confidence, take better care of themselves, and remain engaged with life. Confidence strengthens the nervous system and improves coordination, balance, and posture. Optimism is not about denying challenges or pretending discomfort does not exist. It is about believing that the body can adapt and improve with the right support. This belief reduces anxiety and encourages healthier behaviors. People who expect improvement are more likely to eat well, move regularly, and manage stress effectively. These actions reinforce the belief, creating a powerful cycle of healing and growth. Gratitude also plays an important role in mental and physical health. Focusing on what is still working well shifts attention away from fear and limitation. Gratitude lowers stress levels, supports heart health, and improves sleep quality. Even simple daily reflection on positive experiences can change how the nervous system responds to stress. Purpose is another essential element of a healthy mindset. Having reasons to wake up each day, whether through relationships, hobbies, or service, keeps the mind active and engaged. Purpose supports cognitive function and emotional stability. People with a sense of purpose often experience better energy and resilience, regardless of age. Mindset also influences how medical information is processed. A calm, confident outlook allows people to make thoughtful decisions rather than reactive ones. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by test results or external opinions, they remain grounded and discerning. This mental clarity protects emotional well-being and prevents unnecessary fear. A positive mindset does not require perfection. It grows through small, consistent mental habits such as self-compassion, patience, and realistic expectations. When older adults treat themselves with kindness rather than criticism, stress decreases and healing becomes easier. Over time, a healthy mindset supports strength, adaptability, and peace, allowing life after 60 to be lived with confidence, dignity, and fulfillment. As people move beyond the age of 60, connection, purpose, and emotional calm become essential pillars of health that are often overlooked. Human beings are wired for connection, and the absence of meaningful relationships can quietly weaken both the mind and body. Loneliness increases stress hormones, disrupts sleep, and weakens immune function. In contrast, regular social interaction creates emotional safety, which allows the nervous system to relax and the body to function more efficiently. Feeling seen, heard, and valued supports overall well-being in ways that no medical intervention can replace. Purpose gives structure and meaning to daily life. When individuals feel useful and engaged, their energy levels improve and their outlook becomes more positive. Purpose does not need to be grand or complicated. It can come from caring for family, nurturing friendships, volunteering, learning something new, or maintaining a creative hobby. These activities stimulate the brain, support emotional balance, and encourage movement and routine. A life with purpose naturally promotes healthier habits and greater resilience. Emotional calm is equally important. Chronic worry, unresolved tension, and constant mental stimulation keep the nervous system in a heightened state that drains the body over time. Calm allows the body to shift into a state of repair and recovery. Simple practices such as spending time in nature, breathing deeply, listening to music, or engaging in quiet reflection help restore this balance. When emotional calm is present, digestion improves, sleep deepens, and inflammation decreases. Connection, purpose, and calm are deeply interconnected. Social relationships provide emotional support that reduces stress. Purpose encourages engagement with others and with life itself. Calm allows these connections to be enjoyed rather than overwhelmed by anxiety. Together, they create an internal environment that supports healing and longevity. As people age, routines often change due to retirement, loss, or shifts in physical ability. These changes can disrupt social networks and sense of identity. Actively nurturing connection and purpose becomes a form of self-care. Reaching out, staying curious, and remaining open to new experiences keep life dynamic and fulfilling. Health is not sustained by physical habits alone. Emotional and social well-being influence every system in the body. When older adults prioritize meaningful relationships, maintain a sense of purpose, and cultivate calm, they protect their health in powerful ways. These elements restore joy, confidence, and stability, allowing the later years of life to be lived with depth, warmth, and a genuine sense of fulfillment. Choose calm over fear. Choose nourishment over restriction. Choose movement over stillness. Choose optimism over anxiety. When you live this way, you don't just add years to your life, you add life to your years. And that to me is the truest definition of health at any age.